my name's Stephanie from Phyx, Physio and Pilates. Today we're going to do a mat work session that's especially good for your posture. You will need a towel. So if you grab your towel and then just fold it up so it's long ways, and then we're going to roll it into a sausage. And we're going to start our class with some upper back stretches and really get the upper back nice and loose, hopefully. So if you pop your towel horizontally along your mat, and then we'll have a lay down on our back. Now your towel should run just below your shoulder blades. For the ladies, generally about your bra line. And then if you're particularly tight in your upper back, you might want to pop another little towel underneath your head just to make it comfortable. Let's have the legs out straight. Now if this is a little too uncomfortable, you can bend the knees up and that takes a little pressure off. You shouldn't have any lower back pain, so if your lower back's a little sore, you must keep your knees bent and that should stop the pain. If it's still sore, then you best not do this exercise. Okay, now before we get into it, we're going to do some deep breathing. So the breathing's really important because it will help us to get a better stretch. So I want you to take a breath in through your nose and try and get the air all the way into the bottom of your lungs. So your lungs go down to rib 11, which is very, very low. You've got 12 ribs. So let's pop our hands on those lower ribs. So when we breathe in, we're thinking about breathing in towards our hands. So we'll start again. We'll breathe in through our nose, expand the ribs nice and widely, and then as you breathe out, you should feel your ribs just naturally recoil. So let's breathe in through our nose, expand the ribs widely, and as you breathe out, just let the ribs naturally recoil. Let's breathe in through our nose, and you can breathe out through your mouth or your nose. It doesn't matter, but breathe in through your nose. And you should feel with your hands that your ribs are just widening and then recoiling. So really force the air all the way to the bottom of your rib cage. Okay. On your next breath in, let's float the arms to the ceiling, and this is our starting position. Now from here, just pull the ribs down a little bit. So you're using your tummy muscles just to anchor the ribs so they don't completely flare to the ceiling. Let's take that big breath in, and then as we breathe out, taking the arms overhead and stretching long through our fingers. And as you breathe in, arms back to the ceiling. Let's breathe out, taking the arms overhead, stretching long through your fingers. And breathing in back to the ceiling. Just go off at your own pace. You should feel that your upper back is extending over the towel. Have a little bit of tone in the legs, which means just keep them a little bit tight so they're not fully relaxed. And this should feel quite nice. If you want to wriggle around just to stretch a different part of your spine, you can. So you can put the towel just a little bit higher or a little bit lower, just making sure it is only in the upper back. It's not in your lower back. Okay, let's hold our next one. So you can breathe out, take your arms overhead and just hold here and just keep on breathing. Now if your hands are, if you're nice and flexible, your hands might be able to reach towards the floor, but if you're a bit tight like me, your hands will be in the air. Now if you don't have any shoulder pain, you can do this next part, but I don't want you to push through any pain in those shoulders. Let's breathe in, and as we breathe out, think about stretching your fingers away from your toes. You're just making your body that little bit longer. Breathe in and hold, and as you breathe out, just stretch that little bit further. If your hands are in the air, you can also think about taking your fingers closer to the floor as you stretch. Breathe in. Let's breathe out, just stretch that little bit further. And we might do one more. Breathe in and breathe out and stretch. And we'll breathe in to return. Okay, so you should have just felt your upper back extending and no pain in those shoulders, maybe just a little stretch. Okay, grab your towel, just make into a sausage again if it's a bit flat, and pop it vertically along your mat now. And we're going to lay on top of it. So it's just from about your tail, and then your head might catch just the end of your towel or on the floor. If you need to put another little towel under your head, go for it. It shouldn't be uncomfortable. Either your legs bent if you're a little stiff in your back, or you can have them straight for more of a stretch. Let's float the arms to the ceiling again. This time your palms will face each other. Can you anchor those ribs down? So remember, that means just pull the ribs down by tightening your tummy. Take that big breath in through your nose, and as you breathe out, let's open the arms to the side this time. And as you breathe in, back to the ceiling. So we'll breathe out and open the arms out. So you should feel this through your chest, and breathe into the ceiling. Breathe out to open the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, and breathe into the ceiling. If you're particularly tight, you might feel this down the front of your arms or into your fingers a little bit, and that's okay as well. Okay, let's hold our next one. So breathe out, open the arms and just hold it here. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, stretch your fingers away from each other. So try and make the distance between your left fingers and your right fingers greater. Breathe in and hold, breathe out, stretch that a little bit further. Breathe in and hold, breathe out and stretch. We'll do one more. Breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, return. Okay, we're going into monkey arms. So this time, we're going to breathe in, and as we, excuse me, as we breathe out, one arm goes up and one arm goes down. Breathe into the middle. Let's breathe out, one arm up and one arm down. Breathe into the middle. If your shoulder is sore at all, don't push the sore side, just kind of stop before you reach pain. But then the other one you can push if it's not sore. Your top palm, face the ceiling. Your bottom palm, you can gently press it into the mat so you get a little more of a stretch. Okay, let's hold this next one. If you're not sore, I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe out, just try and stretch that a little bit further. So your top fingers stretching away from your bottom fingers. Breathe in and hold, and then breathe out. Just stretch that a little further again. Breathe in and hold. We'll do one more. Breathe out. And then we'll return to the ceiling, and we'll go for the other side. Exhale. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Stretch your top fingers away from the bottom fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch top fingers away from the bottom fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out and stretch. And then we'll breathe in to return. Okay, roll off your towel sideways. Try not to sit just straight up. You want to roll to the side. And then we'll go into a couple more exercises for your posture. These will be strengthening exercises. We don't want our towel to be a long sausage anymore, just like that would be good. Okay, pop your towel on your mat. We're going to lay on our tummy. So your towel will go just underneath your forehead so you can breathe. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying while we're down here. Now this exercise is breaststroke prep. So I'm going to start with level 1 and then we'll just go harder and harder. Now you won't sweat with this exercise, it is just for your posture. So you should feel the muscles between the shoulder blades, and as we get further into the levels in your lower back, and then maybe a little bit in through the glutes. But for now, forehead resting on your towel, just let your arms relax on the floor and relax your legs as well. And it helps if you have your big toes together and then let your heels drop out to the side. That will help you turn off your glutes, because in the first few levels we don't want the legs to help us, we just want to be working the muscles between the shoulder blades. Okay, we're not going to worry about our breathing for a second, we're just going to learn the movement. So from here, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then stretch your fingers to your feet. Your palms should be facing your thighs, your arms are lifted off the floor, and your head is still relaxed on your towel. So you're just thinking about squeezing the shoulder blades, making a crease kind of between those shoulder blades if you're wearing a singlet. I could see that there was a crease there. And then we'll relax. So we'll do that again. Just squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch your fingers towards your feet. Your palms should be facing your thighs. And just focus on the shoulder blades squeezing nice and tight. The head's relaxed on the towel and your legs are relaxed. So check you can wiggle your toes. There's no tone in those legs. And relax. Let's add in our breathing. We'll breathe in, and as we breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch the fingers to the feet, breathe in and hold, and breathe out, relax. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch through the fingers, inhale, hold, and exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, stretch through the fingers, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Just try a couple more. You might feel this in the back of your arms because the elbows should be locked nice and tight. Now we're going to keep going, but this time we'll add in the head. So you can breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch through the fingers, and then just hover your head off the mat. And now you should feel this in your lower back. And then we'll relax down. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the shoulder blades, stretch the fingers, hover the head. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale, inhale, hold, and exhale, relax. If you're having trouble with the breathing, because this is the first time you've done this, don't worry, it's more important to focus on the movement. Breathing will naturally come. Just try not to hold your breath. Okay, let's go for 2 more. So we're working all the muscles now down the side of our spine. If you tend to sit a lot, either for work or you just sit a lot, these muscles can become quite weak. Okay, can you straighten up your legs? We're going to start to add in the legs as well. Just one leg at a time. Let's breathe in. As we breathe out, the top half does the same thing, but just lift one leg, stretch through the toes, and relax down. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up, change legs. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale, lower. So we're trying to lift the leg nice and high, but the knee must be straight. And if you just imagine someone's coming along, pulling you by your toes, so that leg stays strong. Let's go one more to each side. Don't forget to squeeze those shoulder blades. And for the next level, we're going to add in both legs. If you're having any discomfort, I need you to stop. If you're feeling fine, we'll add in both legs. Let's breathe in and we'll breathe out. Lift nice and high. Inhale, hold. And exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, relax. Let's go 6 more. Really focus on squeezing the shoulder blades, stretching your fingers towards your feet and stretching through your toes. And if you can lift nice and high with the chest, and hopefully you'll notice that my head is just looking down at the towel. I'm not looking up like that. Okay, I've lost count, but we're going to do one more and we'll hold it. So if you're feeling okay, hold it here. And I just want you to kick with your legs. We'll just go for about 20 seconds or so. Start slow. We'll pick up the pace in a second. Knees nice and tight. All right, a little bit faster now. Try not to bounce around with your top half. Lift a little higher if you can. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay, just push up onto your hands and your knees. Round up into a cat stretch. Take your time. And then relax down into cow. So tail up and chest up if you can. Let's round up into a cat. And relax down into a